RESA TV presents in 3, 2, 1, Dateline Schools with your host, Terry Harrington.
Well, this week on Dateline Schools, we're learning how technology is having an impact on our teachers and on our students throughout St. Clair County as we're preparing for the 6th annual 21st Century Learning Symposium coming up in August. And to tell us all about it, my special guest is not only the director of the program, but also the director of education services here at RESA, Dr. Joanne Hopper. And Joanne, how much is technology really changing how teachers teach and how students are learning in the classroom today?
Well, I'm happy to say that schools across the county are really integrating technology, and it's more than just the tools. It's how do we look at delivery of instruction so that students have more flexible learning environments and have opportunities to demonstrate what they are learning in different ways, to acquire what they need to learn in different ways using tools that help them as learners in a more personalized fashion. We're not where we want to be yet, but I believe every one of our schools has a commitment to that vision, and we're heading there.
And two, I think if you just look at kids, I mean, you can go to the mall and you see them, they're walking and texting and all this kind of stuff, taking pictures and YouTube and all of that. Just their environment that they've grown up with has really changed a lot, and it's forcing us to change too, isn't it?
Absolutely, and they use the term ubiquitous. Kids just are really growing up and they haven't known anything else. And so like the new kids coming into school and kindergarten and such have really not lived in an environment where they didn't have technology. So that is forcing us to change the way we approach instruction.
And the kids too, I think too, they're kind of wired different than what you and I were when we were in school. So they're learning differently too.
Absolutely. That's one of the areas that we'd like to explore more. The brain research out there is actually showing that young people's brains are wired differently today because of the exposure to technology. And so that's very intriguing and something that we need to learn more about as educators so that we can reach kids where they are.
Last year when we were preparing for the symposium, it was all about the iPad, and a lot of students were getting those in the classroom. See anything like that coming down the pike for this year?
Well, we still have schools rolling out iPads one-to-one, and they are a device that many schools are using. We're also looking at such things as Chromebooks and other more one-to-one devices. We have some schools exploring bring your own device on a small format and pilot. So the devices they're going to change every year. So we're trying not to be device dependent. We're trying to select devices that will grow with us as districts. But that is a challenge for administrators and technology directors and finance people in schools.
More tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.